Welcome to the Trade the Advantage podcast. Today we are with Vitale.
Like quite some years working around the clock to get here, and I'm not even near of where I want to be at. So keeping it humble and keeping it low key. Basically, the number one is the
Welcome to the Trade the Advantage podcast, the podcast that aims to uncover the strategy, tools, and top techniques of some of the leading traders and providers in the industry. Today we are with Vitale. Am I saying that in the right way? Vitale.
My surname is Vitale and my name is Nacho, but my friends usually call me Vitale, and that's why I use that name for my social media. Hello,
Beautiful.
man. Excited.
Beautiful. How are you?
I'm really good. The market is kind of quiet, but it's giving opportunities, so I'm fine.
Nice. Now, so just to introduce you a little bit more, Vitale is the co-founder. Man, you're a young guy. You're a young guy to be a co-founder. How old are you, by the way?
I am 24 years old. Yeah, kind of young.
Now, we're just saying 24 years old, living in one of the busiest cities in Spain, co-founder of a business, trader. Dude, life's good for you, no?
Yeah, I cannot complain, man. Life, it's been good. A lot of hard work, obviously. I've been quite some years working around the clock to get here, and I'm not even near of where I want to be at. So keeping it humble and keeping it low key.
No, it's beautiful. So obviously you're a profitable trader, and you're also the co-founder of Flash. So I'd like to just get a little bit into both, but there's going to be a different theme to this podcast. What we're going to do is, obviously you've been a hard worker, you've been grinding. What we'll do today is look at the three core main advantages. Podcast Trade the Advantage. So we're going to look at the three core advantages that you've established as a trader, and obviously those advantages can be related to Flash research, because obviously you've built Flash research to give yourself an advantage in the market. So we'll do that first. But I mean, first of all, I just want to know, what's your story? How did you, man, when I was 24, I was just doing crazy things. I wasn't working on my future. So how did you get into trading? How did you get into it? What made you work so hard?
Well, it all started 7 years ago when I was 15. I got actually introduced to a scam that was around markets, about Forex specifically. It was a pyramid scheme. So I entered the wrong way, like most of us usually do. I tried to, I got something that kept my attention on this topic. I liked the way the markets worked and stuff. I got interested, so I started to get more and more interested on this. I started studying a lot and reading a lot about this stuff, and then I began to switch. I began to see that the real, the money for people like us was not on the Forex. So I jumped into futures. I started learning a lot of futures. I got into spreads, I don't know, the calendar spreads on futures, that kind of things. I studied a lot of that. Then I jumped into options. I got in love with options. I got in love with the way they worked, and I studied a lot that as well. And then I met a guy on internet, because my friends, no one was doing these kind of things. I was the only nerd that was studying markets and seeing those kind of things, thinking there would be something for me. So yeah, there was a time when I met a guy called Xavi Comas, that now is my trading buddy, and that guy was working kind of working trading on a prop firm on an office located in Barcelona. I was living really near Barcelona, so it makes sense to me. I started talking with him and asking questions and stuff. He invited me to that room. I went there and I got in love what I saw. The COVID market was going on, so I started small caps on December 2020. As I said, the COVID market was going on, and there was on that place, it was a lot of there was a lot of traders that were trading profitably, and they were making money day in, day out. So I liked what I saw. A lot of people doing the same stuff when I was a lonely wolf before. So I kind of knew that was my place to be, surrounded by people like me that we with the same ambitions and same interests. So yeah, I started there. In that place, they took you for what do you say? 1 week theoretical education, and then they put you into real money.
Yeah.
And they told you, okay, start trading. If you leave, you keep, and if you die, you have to put more money of your pocket or just go home. And that market was incredibly easy to trade. Like, was a lot of opportunities. If you knew more or less what you were doing, you could make money, and it was easier than now to make money. So I started making money right away because I understood the way they traded. I had some like little experience, so I knew how psychological things worked, and it was not difficult for me to start being profitable at that market.
But we'll have to, first of all, obviously a co-founder of Flash Research. Flash Research is partnered with Zimtra. Thank you for the incredible partnership and the incredible offer that you've given us. I mean, it's not just the free trial, but you've give very, very, very high % discounts on some of the packages for us. So if anyone wants to learn about that, click that link in the description. But other than that, Podcasters Trade the Advantage. Let's say 3, 2, 1, your 3 best advantages in terms of trading, starting with the third, saving the best till last. If you want to jump on share screen and show us like some of the advantages that you have in your trading, or some of the advantages that you have through Flash Research, starting from number 3, how does that sound?
Okay, perfect, man. I know I talk too much. Like, if you see I'm talking too much, and say, let's stop. We're not going to get to the 4-hour podcast. I love what I do, so if you give me time, I start talking, I'm going to stop, man.
No, dude, I like it. I love it, and it's good value. Okay, we're going to share screen now. We'll go into number 3.
Okay, guys, so my third advantage would be the market sentiment tool, where I check the overall sentiment of the market, especially on gappers market. That is what I trade. In this case, like, I can see the amount of gappers on a monthly basis, weekly basis, daily basis, the same on volume, same on dollar volume, and this that I love is the average change from open. This is filtered on stocks between 20 and 500% with a volume of 1 million and a price above $1. Here I can see the average price action of those stocks by month, by week, and by day. And with this, like, I can gauge the market sentiment so quickly and so easy. That's so useful to.
Wait, just understand. So this is across each month. It's the average volatility of the gappers on any given day. Is that including the high of not just pre-market? It's the all day.
Exactly. It's basically, this is from open. Like in the following tool that I will show you, you can play with it and make it to show the pre-market. But this is basically showing all the charts with at least 20% gapper and under a 500% gapper. We can remove it with a volume of 1 million and a price of $1. It's like collecting every chart and plotting the average. So this gives you a really nice view of the overall. Like we see that October and November are being so like bearish skewed months.
So it's literally
And then
from
now
the
it was
open to
talking-
close. From the open to the
open-
close. Wow, and that's the average percentage. So that's like November, shorts made money. October, shorts made money.
Exactly.
And then in June, it was kind of bullish, but it went bearish. It's an incredible thing.
Exactly. It helps so much. And then if you identify like a hot sector, like the one on sub dollars that is going on right now, you can even check the market sentiment for that particular hot sector. In this case, you see it going nuts since October practically. The dollar volume increasing a lot and stuff. So yeah, it's so useful. You can tune it whatever you want.
Very, very nice. And then so do you use this in your own trading to think, okay, I'm going to put me pedal to the metal on GAPAs? Or you think, the sentiment's a bit high, the market's a bit hot, I'm not going to do it. Is this the kind of thing that you're doing? Do you use this every day?
Well, I usually check once a week. Like when it's Monday, I want to see how it has been the month or the week of the last week going. So I check it out real quick and I quickly see, okay, this is a month that is gifting more the shorts or it's gifting more the longs, or like the shorts are suffering a lot, so I'm not going short that easily. I will look for more things to short, or like those kind of little things. This tool helps me tune those. And this little window you see here, it's a bit apart, and you can give it some basic criteria and see in a blue rectangle the days with where this criteria was met, and this is like months. This is a month, like the white line separates another month, this is another month, this is another month, this is another month, and the rectangles are days. So here you can check out really quickly, in this case, when the last 100% gap to 700 with above 1 million shares traded and above $1 traded on the market. So
yeah, it's like how many gaps are coming, how many gappers are coming, how hot's the market. It's that kind of thing.
Yeah, let's say your favorite setup, like your favorite basic setup is a gap up over 100%. You can see the frequency of it aside from the other tools.
Nice, interesting stuff. Okay, so is that your third advantage? That's your third advantage in the market. Very, very nice. I like it. And we'll go to number 2.
The number 2 would be the ticker analysis tool. No, I will let that for the number 1. The number 2 would be the gap analysis tool, and this is basically, let's say you see on the scanner today TYBC, that is a ticker that is running today. You want to check how a ticker like this usually behaves. So let's select a date. Select maybe from 2023, and let's start using like similar criteria. For example, this stock I believe is from the USA, so let's look for stock of the United States. This stock had a gap up of maybe 100%, somewhere around that. So let's look for a stock with the gap ups over 70% and under 200%, another 150%. The stock is sub dollar and it opened up at the 45 cents. So I will look for prices between 0.30 and 0.80, for example, that range that is similar. And then on pre-market, I believe it was trading. Well, I don't know how many shares it was trading, but let's say it traded like 50 million on pre-market. I will input those 50 million here, and well, you can complicate it a lot, whatever you want to input, you can, but I will use this simple criteria. Let's see. And this shows you that it found 15 gaps with that criteria on that timeline. And you can see, you can check out all the stats on the day one, the day two, more on the day one, as long as the average and median price action. Same with the day two, average and median. You can see a lot of information.
Just to pause there, just to make this clear. So that graph directly below the stats, is that the average type of price action that occurs on this pattern with those criteria?
Exactly. Yeah. And you can select between average and median because sometimes you find of outliers and they distortionate a lot the average chart. So yeah, you can switch. You can see this, that it's pretty useful. Then you go to historical stats and you can see this exact chart that we saw before. But in this case, you can split data per year. In this case, we don't have more examples we don't have examples on 2023. You can see the pre-market data also here like this. You can see the monthly summary 2024 in this case, but you can, well, let's make it a bit simple so we can see more years. I changed it 50 million for 10 million to see more examples, as you can see. Look, you can split data per year and see different years how it went, the median price action. Same here. Then the same that I showed, but you can select each year or overall. Then here you can draw a lot of graphs of your desire. Then you can check the buckets. Here you will see, depending on the gap up value, the probabilities of a red closed. Then here, depending on the price, here you can build your presets. I built some one for sub dollars.
Yeah.
Here, if I load it, you will see the same for sub dollars. Between the price, it says you the probability of the red close. Well, how many stocks close red, and then you can check one by one those charts to kind of prepare the session and see the action of things that are similar to the stock that you are saying that day. So yeah, I would say that's pretty cool and pretty useful for my daily basis.
Yeah, no, like, and in terms of research, I mean, this is more specifically designed for someone who's shortened gappers, but we get these gappers every day to short. It was one of my favorite strategies back a couple of years ago. But the fact that you can type in the criteria and just click, oh, this one did that, because it's all patterns trading. So it's like, this one did that, this one did that, this one did that, this one did that. And then it's like, you've got a really clear insight of what it should do if it's going to work. And then if it doesn't do the patterns that you just looked at, like, you're like, okay, I better maybe get out of this one. So it's pretty powerful, to have all of this at your fingertips.
It helps you like build an expected picture of what should do the stock. And if the stock is differing and doing something very similar, you kind of like know that what you are seeing is not typical, so you can act different, and it helps a lot. And not only for short sellers, I'd say I'm mostly a long bias trader. Like I short, but I make more money longing than shorting, and this information is useful for me too. So yeah, it's pretty cool, definitely. That's my second to you tool.
That was pretty cool. So I'm not sure what you're gonna give us for the number one advantage. It's gonna blow away. Let's.
Basically, the number one is the close of my circle when analyzing a stock. Like first I go to the market sentiment, then I go to check similar stocks, and then I go to that exact stock. Let's say so let's check out TYBC. There is the stock we were talking about. In this case, I can see all the information of that specific stock. Here you will see that this stock did 10 gaps on the past. trading an average of 100 million. Those are the stats for the gap day. These are the stats for the day 2. You can also see median, average median, whatever you want, and the same information. Here you will see the average change from open, the median, and for the day 2. And if you go down, you will see some financial data. You will see the filings, some notes if you want to take some notes. And here, my favorite, you can go chart by chart, seeing what this stock did in the past. So this is so helpful because I can say, okay, let's say it's trading 20 million on pre-market. I go here and I say, okay, show me the pre-market volume. I will put it right here, and I filter out for similar days. Okay, this day made 14 million pre-market. What did it did? Okay, this very higher
like
volume. Yeah, you can see similar data of the one that you are seeing on that day, and check out the history of that stock and seeing diving into that history to find how this stock usually behaves. You also can go here, see the description of the company, the website, where it is located. If you click here, it runs you to Google Maps. It's so cool. And if this is part of a hot sector, you can tag it here. For example, let's say it's a Trump type of name. You tag it, and then you can access to the stocks that are within that sector. So yeah,
Nice.
This is my number one tool to use.
No, very nice. So you're using this every day, I presume.
Yeah, every day. In fact, we built Flash as a solution for us, and we were not planning to commercialize it. And then we started doing so because we saw there was a need on the market, and the platform was so pretty, was so useful for us. So why not? And it went like good. Like people are enjoying it, and people are using it too. So it's really, really good. It's like the typical story about an entrepreneurship, like about the company. Like you detect something that annoys you, you solve it, and then you see that more people are with the same problem. So it's a really cool story.
No, and it's cool. And like I say, I appreciate you guys give Zimtra customers a really, really good offer. For those that are not Zimtra customers, you need to be a Zimtra customer to get the offer, but click on the link in the description. We'll sort that out. But otherwise, I mean, do you have any final tips, any golden nuggets, anything to close out?
Look, if you allow me, let me talk real quick about the backtesting.
Absolutely.
It's part of the promotion. And imagine like having all this data that we collected and being able to build strategies. This is here, like you can build really complex strategies and test them out, create portfolios. So it's a really, really powerful tool. So I won't like show you a strategy and stuff or build one because we will stay for longer. But you have to know that all the data that we have, we provided a solution to also create a strategy and simulate trades, and it's so cool. And I'm also building a strategy for myself. The buddy that is next to me, he trades only based on strategy that he built here. So it's really complex, really cool. And with the Zimtra deal, you can access this for a very competitive price.
Yeah, and in terms of this, you've got like, is it 10 years? Is it 10 years or more than 10 years of backtesting data?
It's since 2018.
Since 2018. All right, so that's so you can go back to 2018. You can analyze. You can type in a range of different criteria of what you think your strategy is. It scans all of the different stocks, all of the different data, and then at the end it says, if you'd have played this strategy every time it happened, this is your success rate. So you can literally determine the probability of the strategy. Is that it?
Exactly. Yeah. And look, I will show you how it looks when you build a strategy. You see my screen now?
Okay. I see the simulator.
I did it on another window because this is the strategy of my body and it's private, obviously. So I won't reveal the parameters, but you can check. You click a trade here, you will see the trade on the chart. This is the equity curve. You have like here, you have like a candle, like the calendar you had on view, historical stats, see performance, and a lot of stuff. And you can also combine strategies, make portfolios.
So
it's so amazing.
So wait a sec. So he will put my account balance is this. I'm gonna bet this amount of money every day, and it tells you would have won this much and lost that much, and it gives you your month's profit and loss.
Exactly. You tell it like what kind of stocks, what kind of parameters you want to use. Then you build like your triggers. You can use EMAs, SMAs. You can use VWAP. You can use prices. You can use candles for every time frame. You can use like whatever you want. Like it's endless possibilities. Also with the exits, you can create conditional exits, conditional entries, groups of conditionals. So if ABC happens, do this, and if DYX happens, do the other. You know, like you can be really, really complex and build really complex stuff with the tool. It's amazing. You can stay, you will stay hours if you test it out.
No, but I mean, look, at the end of the day, trading is a little bit like trading can be a little bit like a casino, but it seems that if you know the probabilities and it's all back tested ahead of time and you know the odds of what you're trading, you can trade like the casino. And I think it's really cool to have that power in your hands, and I can see how when you use the tool, you get that option, right? So it's really nice.
Exactly. And the important is for us, another goal that we had was to spend more hours on trading related tasks and less hours on non-trading related tasks, such as programming, like codes and stuff, like creating complicated Excel sheets, looking tutorials of how to add these to Excel sheet and stuff. Like there was a lot of hours invested that were not strictly in trading. And with a tool like this, it allows you to do the hard work, and you focus on trading. And that's amazing, I believe.
Beautiful. And last question, why is it called Flash? Why is it called Flash Research? I think I know the answer, but I want to hear it.
Exactly for that reason that I said. It's Flash. It's so quick. Like you get the answer that you are looking for in seconds or minutes. So
makes full sense. Vitale, absolute privilege to have you on. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate the collaboration and partnership with Zimtra. Thank you for the discount in the special offer for Zimtra customers, which is below. And have a fantastic evening.
Thank you, Steven. The privilege is mine. I always looked up to you for quite some time, so I love to be talking here with you and sharing my stuff. I love it. So thank you really much for letting me speak here in your space.